Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this to us. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Wow. Wait till you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
Uniform? What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
I think you have the wrong. I don't work for Spacer's Choice. Let's skip all small talk. I got a ship in need of a power regulator. I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator. I don't plan on staying long.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Right, let's hear it. Frying myself. Let me guess, I'm going to do something for you before you'll help me.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
So what I need to do? What a surprise, I never would have guessed. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power. Marauders aren't people.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why? Tell me why. Want me to solve your deserter problem? I'm charged by the head.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
Blame those workers for walking out. How can I help? I'll do that.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you. How will I recognize Adelaide? I can't make any promises. How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Workers must have left town for a reason. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you. I can't make any promises.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Heck yeah, sure I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Ooh, CMP new manager seminar companions. You gained a companion. There are characters that join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. Ooh, nice. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the companion ledger. All right, Parvati. Let's go.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Okay.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec?
Sure. Certainly.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just...
Have some
Mr.
confidence
Thompson
in
has
yourself,
a view
Parvati.
on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
About deserters, so what's the other side of it? Figures you didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. Oh, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. Let's move on. That's mean. That seemed pretty straightforward to me. The other side
To
of
Mr.
it.
Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them, or your friends, or what? As Adelaide Reed mentioned.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
You can leave it at that. Why was reading Adelaide? You can't leave it at that. Why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't ever mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt. if you can get out to her. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it.
Okay.
Max, his name is.
Well, it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. What do we talk to Victor about? Flipping on a switch in your power mill. Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister.
You're welcome,
I just
Parvati.
think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
All right. Mechanical Vicar.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
It is pretty clean. You are right.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if she does desert? Hmm? Mind your business. Hi, Sophie.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Miss Holcomb as well. How
I prefer
rare to see you
brevity.
out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Curiouser and
Tag it along,
curiouser.
Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Sophie, I'm gonna need you to lay down. I can't see. Thank you. Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. How did you know I'm an outsider? What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here? I'm just something else. Just a thought on something else I need to be doing.
I've never seen you before. And there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Right? Maybe it's because it's quite...
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Sounds like you're terrible at your job, Vicar. Is that your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here. Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
Or I wanted to talk. Yeah, let's do that one.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Power. Fix your thermal plant. Call off power deserters if you can answer quickly or in a hurry.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Who do you advise? What do you think Adelaide's group, Vicar? Yeah, I don't want to be rude.
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Yes.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible? Right, just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind. Sounds like I got my work cut out for me. Thank you for your time. This has been a waste of time. Let's go, Parvati.
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that? I've been outside, now impressed. I can handle myself better than a Vicar. Man, you get like instant asshole responses.
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Heck yeah. Tell me more. Whatever after banned heretical book, I assume. I'm not going to ask that question. I want money. I'll assume you want to burn it once you get your hands on it. Like I said, I don't care. Answer more to say. Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay. All right, Parvati. Let's go. I haven't saved in a while. I really should probably be better about that. Check something quick. Let's go to this guy's machine quest. Yeah, let's do Die Robot. Set active. Damn, Parvati, you don't give a shit. Oh, that noise was. That wasn't creepy at all.
Ah, he ain't no
Oh
good.
shit.
Bet I could fix him up smart.
Well, let's see.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational.
Hi, Jeremy.
Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
No idea. Is that a cereal or something?
Hebs to Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy, be more careful. Oh, skill points. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, fly. Ah, shit, no. Attacking. Oh, they automatically reheal him. Okay, cool. All right, so journal. Return to Ludwig. All right.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
All right, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I don't have to worry about that scout anymore. Got a question for you. I'll let you be.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
Hey.
You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Okay.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
No, we don't. We go get that.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Part that said we ain't making our quota.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
Let's see what the secret weapon is. Turn to Ludwig. All right. Oh, good. Come on, I'm gonna put my cages over the grave sites. Ah. Right. Come here, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law.
Oh, okay.
You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Yes. All right. Sounds like fun. So what's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
How convenient. I have one.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
Nah, not
I need
you.
you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Seems simple enough. How am I supposed to get one of those logic modules? What are you planning?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Seems simple enough.
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
You could be right. What are you planning, Ludwig?
Don't tell anyone, all right?
All right, all right.
I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are going to rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Okay. You don't have a contact, you nerd. You know, I'm gonna let him have it.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Thanks, Ludwig. All right, and then on that note, I'm going to end it here. We will pick up his mission next time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.